Hey guys, Retire on Dividends here. Wanted to give a quick update in regards to my options premium journey and my swing trading journey for the week. So let's get to it. Quick update. I'm shrinking my options stocks tab. Getting rid of some of the ones that I did not expect to use at all. Now these I'll have to go through still. Not sure which ones I'm going to use. I'm still using TSLL. It's been doing really good for me. It got scary for a while, but it's also towards a 52-week low. So right now, I'm still going to probably stick with TSLL. Obviously, I'm on the assigned part of the wheel, so I own a lot of shares that I'm going to sell calls on. Once that ends, then I'll have a decision to make to, what I'm going to do from there. All right, so what happened? What happened with any transactions from the prior weeks? So I have a whole bunch of contracts, calls, we'll say, that expire. If you look, I did these the week prior. One expires May 10th, May 24th, May 31st, May 24th, and May 31st. But I did have one right here. This one expired May 3rd. This was a call with a strike price of $8. And guess what? On Friday, TSLL closed at $8.11. So since it closed above my strike price, I had to sell one contract, which means 100 shares at $8 a piece. So I sold 100 shares and I got $800 in my account. So obviously the action right here is I got assigned, which is fine. Okay, that's fine because it's above my average cost basis. Now, what else happened this week? Well, I have a whole bunch of trades that I did. I did 3 on April 29th, and I sold 3 calls I did scattered strikes. I did 9, 950, and 10. I don't know if you remember, but on that day, TSLL was anywhere from 886 to 971, per what I put down. And I made $60 on one, 45 on another, and then $60. And then what happened? The next day, TSLL tanked. So since selling calls is a bearish play, it really costs super cheap to close. So, if I closed out the positions the next day, which I did, I only had to pay, you'll see, 20 cents for the one, 15 for the other, 15 cents for the other, and 10 cents. So in the end, I earned 66.67% of my premium on the top 2 and 83% of my premium on the bottom 1 in one day. So instead of waiting the rest of the week, 4 trading days or whatever was left, I decided I'm just going to close out the position, and then I'll have control of my 300 shares. And then if TSLL recovers, I'll sell more calls. And that's exactly what happened. But first off, I just want to show you, I did make, $120 overall. But since I made that, in one day, you can see what that comes to annualized. Obviously, that was a perfect day, perfect transactions. I'm glad I did all 3. At first, I had 2, and then I did the third, and it ended up working out. Obviously, yielding 1,600%, 1,200%, 1,800%, really good. But anyway, so I got control of 300 shares back in my account. So what happened? I sold 2 more calls. I sold one on May 1st and I sold another on May 3rd. And I sold them with a strike price of $9 and $8.50. They both expire May 10th, and I got how much? $62. So I got another $62, which is more than what I had to pay to close it out. So it's fine, right? Because I closed out what I paid to close out. $45. So obviously, I had to pay $45 to get control of it, to sell more calls earlier, and I got $62. So to me, it was worth it. And the annualized yield on those transactions was 153% and 190%. So overall, I think a good week. But all of my calls, all of my shares, but 100 are being used, and I'll show you that here. So this is not going to make probably much sense, but basically, this is, when I get assigned, I put at the top how much I got, how many shares, and then the strike price. So the first one at the top, I sold a bunch of puts in the beginning, and I didn't get assigned, so I added that, because to the first one I got assigned to, which was the 950. So the 254 was puts that got unassigned along with calls, because again, I was selling calls for a while too that did not get assigned. So 254, that's unassigned premium that I applied to this, the first row. The put premium per share, this is the put that actually got assigned. So that's okay. That's another 28 cents. And then the call that got assigned, it was 20 cents. So a cost basis for this, again, out of pocket, 648, we'll call it. And I got assigned for $8. All right. So if you take, 8 minus 648 times 100 shares, that comes to a profit. So far, I made a profit of $152 on that one. We'll call it the one contract, right? Or the first 100 shares. And then again, so on the top one here, the next one, as I sell calls that don't get assigned, those unassigned premium will be applied to that next, the next one, because it's first in, first out. So the next one that goes out will be this one. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. And also I have some pending calls here. These are all of them, right? And you can see on the bottom, there's only one that's not pending. So I have a whole bunch of calls as low as I have 4 at 750. Why is that so low? Well, TSLL at the time was super low right before earnings. So I wanted to make some money while I wait and through earnings. So I had to sell a bunch of calls at a lower price, $7.50. And then I sold one of $8.50, $9 and then $8, So I have 3 expiring next week, which will probably be assigned, but we'll see how TSLL acts. If some don't get assigned, then guess what? I'm going to sell more calls. But as of right now, I only have 100 shares to sell calls on in order to earn premium for next week. But I can also sell puts. I could sell more puts if TSLL tanks. All right, income summary for the week. The week of May 3rd, I made $182. And I used a capital of $4,426. So that yielded 4.11%, which is pretty good for the week. Again, that's really good. So yeah, 182, that's actually my biggest week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to beat that this coming week because I don't have much to play around with, but we'll see. But yeah, really, a really, really good week. I also I think I have it broken down somewhere by month. That's under the options, I think. And this should be on my update tomorrow. What the heck is it? Maybe it's not here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so February income, I broke down $108. March income, I made $260 plus the $31 dividend. April, I made $478, and then so far for the month of May, I made $62. So pretty good. Again, I'm having fun. It's working out, so why not? All right, return on investment. Again, having fun here. My average rate of return, if I go here, right, I have the average rate of return, which is 273.45%. So hypothetically, if I use $20,000 of capital, I can produce $54,689 in annual income per year, which would be $4,500 a month. And that's pretty good. So imagine if I use $40,000, I could produce over $100,000 in annual income. Again, if I can yield that much. But that's my average so far. That's my average annualized yield. So far I can. We'll see. It may go down, it may go up, but this is my hypothetical plan, when I grow the balls to do it. I'm pretty much using almost, 10,000? I don't even know how much is in limbo right now, but I'm using a decent amount, not 20,000 yet. But anyway, that's the update on options. Hopefully I didn't confuse anyone. Hopefully I didn't go too quick or too slow. But yeah, so what do we got here? The swing trading stocks. So I don't know if you guys were available, saw my last update, but basically I was underwater. I ran out of cash, so I had to take it easy. So what did I do? I waited, and when any of these got to, I'll say, a break even or any capital gains that I noticed, I would sell. So let's see. TSLT, I sold a week before. CONL, we'll say we're underwater. So I started finally, again, I was able to sell out of some of my positions, you'll see, but CONL, I'm continuing to buy in, and now I added an outstanding column to show you how much money I have in the fund, which I'll have a summary at the end of the tab, the last tab. SOXL, I'm still owning. AAPX, I do not. TNA, I own a bunch. MSF, TNA I actually got out of. Sorry, I almost skimmed through that. So profit-wise, wasn't much. If you highlight the green, at least. The gray we already talked about. We just look at the green. I mean, I made $13, but again, I had to get some cash back because I need to protect and save my other funds that I'm underwater on. MSFX, I own. I haven't made a profit yet, so I still own. NUGT, I don't own. NVDX, I've been averaging down, kind of underwater on that. DPST, nothing. TMF, I own a whole bunch. Labu, I own a whole bunch. Erti, I own a whole bunch. Gooks, own a whole bunch. Bitu, I don't. And Yin, I don't. So, where do I stand? First, let's look at the profits. So, total profits since I started this, $2,701. So, January 25th through March 31st, I have made $1,697.40. And then the month of April, I made $1,003, which is not bad, for 1 month of swing trading. Now, here's my dilemma. I have, the future goal is to only be in 3 funds at once. As you can see, CONL, I got $3,284 in. SOXL, $1,212. MSFX, $2,792. NVDX, way too much, $4,273.98. TMF, $3,362. ERTI, $2,638. So right now, I have $17,562 in mid swing trade. This was not the plan. So I got out of a bunch. It was worse. But in reality, I told myself I'm gonna use $20,000 to do the swing trading. And as you can see, I'm pretty close to that. I'm pretty close to maxing out. So I do have cash though now. So for the ones that I already own, I will continue to average down on big down days and lower my cost basis, all right? And then in hopes of it finally recovering, which it will, I'm sure it will, then I'll get out, And then once I get down to only 3 funds, then I don't have to rush it as much. It depends how much capital I'm using at the time, but it'll be less urgent. Right now, again, it's kind of urgent because I have 17,000 in limbo, which, I want to make money on, right? I need to do this swing trading thing right. I got greedy and look at it. Look how many funds there are. I mean, almost 18 funds, like way too many for $20,000. Especially if I'm averaging in 500 at a time. So you can imagine how quick the money would go. But anyway, that's the update on the swing trading. Again, I kind of went fast, but it's been a long day already. Either way, plus I'm rushing before my son has his play date. His friend's coming over, so it's about to be pure chaos, and they're going to be bugging me to go in the backyard and play baseball with them. So I'm trying to get through this video ASAP. But hopefully it all made sense. Again, I'll give you the options updates as they come. So again, the recap on the options, I did really good. I still own 800 shares of TSLL. 700 of that is right now pending. I held several scattered expiration dates. We'll see what happens. And then I have 100 contracts that I get to sell a call this week. So if TSLL goes up, I'm going to sell a call on that. As far as the swing trading goes, I'm going to average down. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 different funds. I'm going to average down. If I get an opportunity, again, it has to sink like 5% or more. And then I'll lower my cost basis and lower it and lower it. And then once it flips the other way and I get into a profit or even break even, I'll sell out. All right. And then, the hope is I can kind of like restart my swing trading journey. Again, I'm making profits, but it's just got to be a little, I kind of lock myself down, which I didn't want to. So, lesson learned, but we'll get them. I'm not going to lose money on any of these, that's for sure. But we shall see. NVDX is getting pretty top heavy, 4,200. So I'm hoping NVIDIA does a nice recovery, but we shall see. All right, guys. So that's the update for options trading. That's the update for swing trading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button. Again, I'm sorry I didn't dive too deep in the options details, But if there's something in particular you want me to dive into next time, I will. Just let me know. I'm going to go live on Monday, probably Monday night, and we'll talk about maybe some options then. So if there's something you want to talk about then, feel free to join the live stream. But anyway, this is not financial advice. Clearly, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are just for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. Hopefully I didn't give you too much information all at once or too fast. But I'll work. Next week's update will be little probably calmer, smoother, and we'll go from there. All right. Anyway, I'm out of here and have a great weekend. Later.